Now, when you are friends with such a diverse group of people, the banter level is incredible. And I see a lot of diverse people here with diverse groups of friends. I bet y'all banter game, I bet y'all's WhatsApp is off the rails. And so because of that, I had to get my banter game up, and I joined a comedy workshop at the Bill Murray, hosted by the Angel Comedy Club. And at that place, I met some very fucking funny, talented people. Some of you know them, and they will be performing tonight. But just in case they are terrible, I did get a fucking awesome comedian named Shalaka, so that people who paid get their money's worth. And she is part of the show. She's going to start the show, and I would like to introduce the lovely Battle Roast Champion. Is that what it is? I love saying that. How many times have I said that today? I'm so proud. I'm like, yo, Battle Roast Champ. She will bust your ass. All right. Shalaka, please save me.
Give it up one more time for Daniël. How's everyone doing? Is everyone having a good night? Give me a cheer. Now, I heard that today is somebody's birthday, so before we start tonight, his name is Alex, and we're all going to sing happy birthday to him. Can everyone do that for me? Happy to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you. Give Alex a round of applause. Come on, man. I don't know what I'm doing here, man. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing here. Give me a cheer if you're from the UK. Give me a cheer if you're not from the UK. That's a much happier group of people. On the count of three, I want everyone to shout what country they're from. 1, 2, 3. I got all of that. I heard we have some Americans in. Americans, give me a brap. That's so American, you guys do it. Are you from America? You know what? I got owned there. What t-shirt is that? Cleveland Cavaliers? That's a big word for you, man. Congratulations. Where in the US are you from? You're from Cleveland. Congratulations. Never heard of it. How long have you been in the UK for? 5 years. Do you like it here? It's all right. What made you move here? Work. What do you do? Cool. Who else is in the room? What investment are you currently managing?
We have investments in both Europe and Asia. So we do.
That sounds so vague. That sounds like some money laundering shit. What is investments? Is it like buildings, women? Like what is the...
Stocks, equities.
Sorry?
Equities, stocks.
Oh my god, everything is an imaginary word with you guys. You guys are so fucking sleazy. So you moved here 5 years ago to be an investment manager. And what's your favorite thing about the UK? That is a long pause, motherfucker. That is a long... Get the immigrants out, is what I say. What one thing you like about the UK?
I like that.
Are you British? Yeah, I could tell. Not the food.
No, I like that you could be in a club and they play black music, and then white people go in and they still have fun.
That's called colonization, brother. They love that shit here. What's your name, man? Cleveland Cavaliers. What's your name? Patrick. Have you ever been to a place called Denver, Colorado?
No, I've never been to Denver.
Never been to Denver? Has anyone been to Denver? Give me a cheer. Yeah, isn't it fantastic? Isn't Denver amazing? I was really nervous about going to Denver. I went to Denver last January and I was really nervous about going there because the last time I went to the US, I went to a place called Idaho, which was a very weird vibe, like very weird. I was the only brown person for miles. Like for miles, I got stared at quite a bit. I got pointed at, fingered. It was a whole situation. I went to the US, like Darnell has mentioned, I do a lot of roast battle. I went to the US to do something called roast battle. If you don't know what roast battle is, it's when two comedians come on stage and they like insult each other. It's like, your mom's a whore, fuck yourself, and then they bang. So I do a lot of roast battle. And because I do roast battle, people write to me to write like really mean jokes about their friends. This is an actual job that I do. And now Darnell has asked me to do that for you tonight. No, I'm kidding. I got a request from this woman recently where she was like, hiya, my name is Samantha, and can you write some jokes about my daughter for her birthday? And I was like, Mother of the Year, tell me more about your daughter. And she was like, her name is Vicky, and she likes Fruit Loops and Bluey. I was like, what? And she goes like, Bluey, it's like an Australian children's cartoon. I was like, bitch, I know what Bluey is. How old is your daughter? And she goes, she's 6 years old. Now forget the ethics about writing mean jokes about a child, like fuck the kids. But what the hell do you say about a 6-year-old? It's like, oh, Vicky's baby teeth just fell off. Chomp chomp, you got me, bitch. Like, what are you supposed to say? Cool, do we have any Indian people in? Yeah, just a camera guy, of course. There's one Indian guy. They got him working, he's doing tech. You are bad for our country, brother. You're just fulfilling the stereotypes. We spoke earlier, so I'm not going to ask you how long you're operating the camera, getting a really good angle on me, so I'm not going to bother you anymore. Give me, who else? Where are you guys from? Yeah, you. I looked directly into your eyes.
I'm from Wales.
You're from Wales? Now that is some white people shit. You guys will be proud of anything. That's so wonderful to see. And how long ago did you move to London?
About 10 years ago.
About 10 years ago. You don't sound very Welsh.
Yeah.
You go to private school. I can smell them from a mile away. That's fine. What do you do now?
I'm an actor.
Of course you are. So, which coffee shop do you work at the moment? That was a low blow, I'm so sorry. Have you acted in anything big? Anything we would have seen?
No, I am doing something next week.
Ooh. Is it OnlyFans? No. That was one time. Lily Phillips set a big record. She set a big record. So you can't talk about what you're going to be acting in?
No.
Can we have a hint?
I'm going to be dressed as a bear.
Wow. Is it Midsummer Night's Dream? Are you going to be on Broadway? No. It's a film. You're going to be a bear. Oh my god, is it Cocaine Bear too? Jungle Book. Give me a share. What other bear movies? Are you going to be playing Paddington?
No. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be amazing. I'd respect you so much more. Sorry, no, I respect you a lot already. Those are wonderful earrings. I need to dial this back. What's your name?
Becca.
Becca. And who you here with today?
My boyfriend and literally everybody.
Literally everybody. Becca knows everyone in the room. Do you know the birthday boy?
No, I'm here with for Meg.
You're here for Meg. Meg, you better not suck a dick today. You better do fucking well, Meg. Fair enough. So you're here with all of their. What's your name?
Shit.
It's like an episode of The Wire in here. Oh, shit. What's your name?
My name's Reese.
Your name's Reese, and what do you do, Reese?
I work in fintech.
You work. Can I get a 1, 2, 3 wanker? 1, 2, 3.
The investment guy, you were like, oh yeah.
Well, he's investing money. You're stealing it. Those are two very different things. What company do you work for? You don't want to get into that. Why? We're here to laugh and have fun. Oh my god, do you work for Barclays?
Stressful time,
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, mate. And so how long have you guys been together?
1 year.
1 year. Ooh, when's your anniversary?
Yes.
Yes? Oh my god, give them a round of applause! What do you do for your anniversary?
We went for a slap-up dinner, didn't we?
That is the most British phrase. Patrick, do you know what a slap-up dinner is?
Doesn't sound good.
It's British food, mate. Never. Where do you go for dinner?
We went to like a Greek restaurant in the South Bank.
Very nice, very nice. Who paid?
I'm an actor.
Yeah, okay. Just checking. We believe in equality in this room. And who are your friends?
Everyone, yeah.
you guys is Meg's best friend? You guys pick amongst yourself.
We're all pretty equal. We've been friends for over a decade. So.
You've been friends, so how did you all meet?
You know.
Oh, what is your name? I like bossy British ginger in the front.
We're texting the energy. Emma.
Your name's Emma.
It is.
And what private school did you go to? No. The same. Oh, did you all go to the same school?
We went to a drama school.
You went to a drama school. Which do we know the drama school?
I don't know. I'm not aware of your knowledge of drama.
To be fair, I am Indian. I had a proper education, so I don't actually know about any drama school. No, okay. So you all went to the same drama school together. How long ago was that? Like 10 years ago. Oh my God, how old are you guys?
Oh, well, we were like 16.
You look very young, by the way. How old, like, I'm actually asking, are you like above or below 25? Years? Just about 25. Okay, that's fine. Give me a cheer if you're like under 25. Just you guys. Give me a cheer if you're over 25. Yeah, okay. I'm terrified of anyone under the age of 25 because I did a gig at a university recently and I thought I was fucking smashing it until this girl from the back heckles me and she goes, "You're chuggy." Does anyone know what chuggy means? Chuggy is a word that American teenagers have invented to describe the specific embarrassment that is millennials. There's a word for this. So wearing high-waist trousers, that's chuggy. Being a Harry Potter adult, that's chuggy. Yeah, I'm a Ravenclaw. There's a word for this. So I decided to engage with her positively and I was like, "What's chuggy about me?" And she goes, "Your entire vibe." Now when you're a brown woman and someone says something you don't like, you have a very easy response where you can just go, "That's racist." So I was like, "That's racist." And she goes, "Don't weaponize your oppression in the face of criticism." What? Like, what are they putting word of the day on vape packets now? Like, what is happening? You know what? This is a bit of a chaotic gig. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring some comedians on. All I'm gonna ask you is don't heckle them because they're lovely people. You guys can heckle Meg. No, I'm kidding. Don't heckle Meg. Do not heckle her. No one heckle. Get off your phones. Pay attention to the comedians. Are we ready to have a good night? Cool. Your first comedian is called Beth Chamberlain. Are we ready for Beth? Can I get like a gentle 7 out of 10 clap? Like a golf clap. Can we bring that up to an 8? Like you saw a hot woman, but it's your cousin. Bring that up to 10. It's your cousin, but you're not blood related. Give it up for Beth Chamberlain.
So I had sex. That's fun. I had sex recently. Thank you. I'll be taking high fives after the show. Unfortunately, it was with a man. I know, lame. But it's kind of my guilty pleasure having sex with straight men because you're just so good at it, right? So good at it. The guilt comes. Ooh, this is a really great mic. Don't touch anything. Hold it here. Oh, that's what he said. The best lines are the ones that I don't write. Yeah, having sex with men is a real guilty pleasure, and the guilt comes in 3 waves. The first is Catholic guilt, primarily for not being a Catholic. Turns out they hate that. Second is feminist guilt, for all the Catholic guilt, obviously. And then third is environmentalist guilt, because it's a lot of single-use plastic. And I recently learned that guys don't love it when you try to reuse a condom. So that's where I'm at. But this year's been really fun. I've been trying to find different ways for overcoming that guilt. So the first one, most obvious one, say it with me guys, unprotected sex. Yeah, but also no. As we just discussed, guys go to private schools, right? And they're super, super excited to tell you about their GCSE results, but an STD test, no. So I've taken that one out. No more of the unprotected sex. Lame, boring, however, you're all thinking, why don't you try having sex with a woman? I've tried. It's hard though, right? Like, it's hard. It's hard to identify if a woman is bisexual or if she's just from North London. Because like you go to a bar and there's a hot girl and she's serving cunt. And I'm too scared to take my order. But also like they all say the same things, right? They dress the same, they say the same things. They say, oh, I went to an all-girls school. Okay, speak my language. Like to go down south. Okay. I am sexually attracted to women, and I'm just like, it's so hard to tell what you mean. But there's one fail-safe thing for you guys to know, and so if you're speaking, for all the queer ladies out there, if you're speaking to a woman, and you want to know if she's also queer, she will be wearing her keys on a carabiner. And that's how you know. She's either a bike courier or a queer woman, and either way, someone is going to get a ride. So it's all good. Oh, that was very kind of you, Darnell, but I feel really bad now. But yeah, no, I am actually bisexual. I'm not just trying to stick with women to make myself feel better. Woo, yay. But it is also really difficult, right? Like, I think I might be a really bad bisexual, because I cry when I wank, and anyone else? And I don't know if it's like a bad technique or psychosexual. Like, am I just bad at this? Or am I crazy? So that's been hard for me. I also think, I think that probably, maybe, as a bisexual woman, are there any bisexual women here? At least a few. Have you ever been on and for anyone who's not bisexual, have you ever been on a bus that's on diversion? Yeah, so you know where you need to get off, but you have no idea how you're gonna get there. That's what it's like, I think, when you love fucking men. The third solution to this that is not fucking women or having unprotected sex with men, it's the worst one, but it's the most effective, and it's called abstinence. But people say it's really hard, but I did it for a year and I wasn't even trying. Legend. But yeah, I was celibate for a year by no choice of my own. And I was like, right, something has to change. So I did what anyone else would do, and I adopted a dog. He's fine, guys, he's fine. There are a lot of noble and righteous reasons to adopt a dog, but a perfectly acceptable one is to have a wingman. One problem with that, though, for anyone considering it, is that, so a dog is not a great wingman. He is, in fact, a dog. So you'll go on a date with your dog, and ideally, a man as well. And you go on that date and it's all going really well, you have a lovely walk, and then your dog decides to take a shit. And then for the next hour and a half, you're walking around with a bag of steaming dog shit in your hands. And that's apparently a huge turn off. Well, actually, it's even worse when you're walking around for an hour and a half with a bag of steaming dog shit in your hands, and it's a huge turn on. That is ultimately an upsetting conclusion. But yeah, my dog's been doing well. He does some weird shit, right? Like he humps everyone that I sleep with. Very similar to my sister in that way. But it got me wondering, why do dogs hump people? And I figured it's probably the same reasons that humans do, right? Like it's boredom, just to feel something. My dog has started trying to hump me before I leave the house. And we have all been there. We've all tried to hump someone to stop them from leaving. And on that note, I've been Beth Chamberlain. Please do hump me on your way out. It's lonely out here, guys. Thank you so much.
Bisexuals in? Give me a cheer. Just a couple of us. I'm bisexual. it makes it really easy to remember my name, because my name is Shalaka, and the best way to remember it is it's Shalaka, as in Shalaka the dick and the pussy. So, is everyone ready for our next act? Stop clapping, stop cheering, it's Oliver Payne!
Hello, hello, hello. Weeball, let's go. What was the name of that other brand that you hated?
No one cares.
Oh, fuck them. We hate them. My name's Oliver Payne. I'm 28 and I'm fucking massive. I'm fucking massive. I'm really tall, but I don't play basketball. It's the right choice. I mean, dribbling and running at the same time is mad. Fair play, you guys. But no, I've been living in London for about 2 years now, and like I live in Streatham. Anybody from Streatham? Anybody? Yes, Streatham. If you don't know where Streatham is really south. It's way at the end of the Northern Line, way down south. If you don't know London very well, it's below Shrek World. It's like south of Shrek. It's below the London Eye. Just don't worry about it. It's down there. Don't stress about it. I live with my housemate, and she's been, for 2 months, she's been unemployed. And it's fine, but like, I go to work, like recently she started doing pottery, and she loves pottery now. And it's kind of annoying because I go into the office, and it's just like all work and no play. And then I come home to the flat, and it's no work and all clay. I can't non-stop fucking play. But like, we moved to London about 2 years ago, and it was weird because like, it felt a little bit like a huge version of Mean Girls. The film Mean Girls, you know Mean Girls? Like, you walk into the canteen, and you see Clapham, all the jocks are there. You see Mayfair, all the posh rich people are in Mayfair. In Camden, all the goths are there. And the Ravenclaws, no offence. But then, I'm Streatham, and I don't know where that leaves me. Like, Streatham, like, there is a scene at the end of Mean Girls, you know, when that girl turns up to the school, and like, she doesn't go there, and then everyone's like, she doesn't even go here! I feel like that's Streatham. That's me, at the end of the Northern Line, no one cares about me. But before I lived in London, I've been here for about 2 years. Before then, I lived with my parents. And my mum, she's fully retired. My dad is semi-retired. Not only is he semi-retired, he's a strange guy. Don't know if this is like a universal thing. Don't know if anyone else's dad has a tomato with every meal they eat. Every single meal, just a tomato, raw tomato, every single meal. And my dad just doesn't drink any water. What's going on with my dad? At Christmas, I gave him some water. I was like, you need to drink some water, mate. Stop drinking beer, put it down, have some water. He drank it and he cried. I think that's because his tear ducts had like sufficient fluid to go off to operate sufficiently for like the first time in years of like severe dehydration. But no, my mum and my dad, now they're like retired, they like different things. It's weird to sort of live with them for about 3.5 years, just to see how they operate differently. Like my mum, you know, they watch different things. My mum will sit in the living room and she'll watch Bake Off. My dad can't get his head round Bake Off, I think because it involves water. And he will stand, we have another TV in the kitchen, and he will stand in the kitchen. He will not sit down. What is going on with dads? Just take off your shoes and sit down, man. Just sit down. And he will stand and he will watch Ice Road Truckers. Just for ages, Ice Road Truckers with his shoes on. And if it's not that, it will be like the world's most dangerous roads. If it's not that, it will be like Argentina's most dangerous roads, or it will be like Bolivia's most dangerous roads on ice. Me and my dad, we stood in the kitchen together and we watched. There's a program on Dave called Wicked Tuna. Now, Wicked Tuna is like a program where basically like groups of fishermen in the Arctic Ocean compete to like catch as much fish as they can. They're each on their own little boats, and they try and catch as much fish as they can. They try and make as much money as they can, and they compete. Whoever catches the most fish wins. basically, me and my dad watching this, and like, there's fishermen absolutely getting, like, there's fish heads going everywhere. There's like waves, they get pummeled with waves. It's actually fucking mad. Like the net's being like torn, and like the captain's like having a go at everyone. He's well angry, and my dad will just look at me. They'll just go, "You should be doing that. You're like London, all that computer malarkey. Like that's a real job. You should do that." So my dad wants me to quit my job and just like forget my friends, any chance of getting a girlfriend that's like not a mermaid, and just become a fucking fisherman. I think it's an absolute fucking joke. Although to be fair, it would be an easier commute in Streatham. And that is actually the end of my time. My name has been Oliver. Thank you.
Your next act, some of you will be very excited about. Can I get a slow 7 out of 10? 8 out of 10? 10 out of 10? It's Meg Rose Dixon!
Hey, are you all having a good time? Oh no, don't touch the mic, don't touch that. Great, good. Are we all having a good... No, doesn't work. Cool, there we go. Are we all having a good time? Thank you. Are we all having a good time? I got the memo. Happy birthday, Alex. Okay, so, who here knows what endometriosis is? Any ideas? Any ideas? No, there's some shaking heads. All right, I'm not going to look over there because you actually know what it is. Any idea? I'm looking at you. Do you have any idea what the word endometriosis is? No. Okay, that's absolutely fine. It's not salad dressing. It is one of the most painful chronic conditions in the world. Woo! Spoiler alert, I have it. So, going to the GP to get myself diagnosed was like going back and forth with my toxic ex. He gave me shit drugs and gaslit me. I now call my GP the general prick because he diagnosed me with IBS. Or as I like to call it, bullshit. Now, that conversation sort of went like this. You have IBS, which probably isn't helped by your anxiety. Have you tried going on a walk? You know, deep breathing. Mindfulness? Have you tried not being a patronising twat? Yes, I am actually in therapy. Oh, what, with the NHS? Yes. But are there any tests that you could do? You know, because my sister, she's got this condition called endometriosis. Well, we could give you a colonoscopy up the bum, or a colposcopy up the front bottom. But it's rather invasive, and you seem very young. It is very baffling to me that your symptoms are causing you so much, you know, pain. And you seem like you work out a lot, don't you? You're very young and active and fit. I was in yoga leggings, yeah, you know, just leggings, all right? And yes, I go to the gym in them, fine, but I also binge watch the entire series of Love Island while wearing them and eating an entire tub of Ben & Jerry's. Yeah, woo. Love that for me, except I'm lactose intolerant, so it's not great. Now, to shut me up, he gave me a load of drugs. Woo! Painkillers! Do you want a painkiller? Do you want a painkiller? Go on, take it. It's just a mint. It's just a mint, everyone. It's fine. Perfect. Right, okay. So, you've heard of paracetamol, you've heard of ibuprofen, but have you heard of naproxen for painful periods? No. Okay. What about mefenamic acid? Yeah. Woo! Take a trip with that. All right. Those two not scratching the surface of your pain. No problem. Try a heady cocktail of paracetamol and codeine. Prodidromol. Ooh. Beware. It's highly addictive and can cause constipation. So I was given all the best drugs, but without the fun. So I was in a constant state of constipated come down. Which was 50% fun. And I suppose, instead of shitting myself every 6 months, I only shit myself once a year. Yay! Thank you so much. I've been Meg Rose Dixon!
Meg Rose Dixon, everyone! Ooh, we've got one more act in this section. Are you guys excited? Please put your hands together for Claire Cox!
Hello everyone, it's Claire. It was me recently, thinking that I'm a little bit edgy, but then I was informed that I bake off energy. In my defence, it is difficult to be edgy when you grow up in Buckinghamshire. No one ever wants to Buckinghamshire the first time that. So, did you? No. Backwards. Right. All good stuff. Right. I'm just going to shout, okay? So the motto of Buckinghamshire is the name. I've got the lady that's helping me, thank you. Thank you. So right, the motto of Buckinghamshire since the 1940s has been no stepping backwards, and since then we haven't really stepped forwards either. But my mum was from Birmingham, and the city motto there is the word forward. Like, great motto, keep moving forward and you will escape Birmingham. But my dad was from Slough, a power couple, right? But yeah, my dad grew up on a council estate in Slough, and he left school when he was 14, he started a business when he was 18. And we can tell that that business was successful because I sound like this. When my dad met his second wife, he was a little bit worried we wouldn't get on because we didn't have a lot in common. But that's rubbish, we had loads in common. We're both women, we both got brown hair. We were both born in 1985. That's the second way that we can tell that his business was successful. I went to the doctor recently and I learned that I've got a vitamin D deficiency and that can affect people with like fair skin. Except what he said to me was, you are very white. And then he did say, I'm sorry, and then pale. But the thing is, 2 days before that I had been to a Radio 4 recording, so he was right. At that recording, one of the performers mentioned Waitrose and somebody cheered. I couldn't help myself. So I thought to be edgy. We've got a microphone. Hello, is that working? So I thought to be edgy these days I could protest about something. Now, of course, women like this protest about the environment. So I joined an eco group. Now, I'm not going to name the group. They're a group that really don't like drawing a lot of attention to themselves. So, just between us, we'll call them deforestation disobedience. But I was going to one of their meetings recently, and I had a horrible journey. I was driving to the eco meeting. And yeah, I got a flat tyre. So being the resourceful woman that I am, I called a man. Honestly, there is nothing like car trouble to get you to abandon your feminist principles by the side of the road. The guy came to fix the car, I was running really late. I said to him, come on, chop, haven't got all day, there's a climate emergency. Honestly, do you know how long it takes them to change tyre in a Range Rover? But I got to the meeting, I met my friend Sarah, and she wasn't feeling very well, but I had no sympathy, because it turned out she'd been to this hippie eco-festival and she'd taken a boatload of drugs. I mean, I suppose by boat is the most carbon-friendly way of shipping your drugs, but... I found out some gossip from the group, right? I found out the woman that runs it, she is married to her former brother-in-law. In fairness, she does like to shop local. But now my friend Sarah, who I mentioned, now she's very cool. She lives in like second-hand clothes and also Dalston. And she said that I might like to live there because it's got a bit of an edge, but I can't live in Dalston because I like monogamy. So I really can't get on board with that the multiple partners thing. I think that polyamory is an affair for attention seekers. And if that opinion upsets you, it's fine, it's fine. You have many shoulders to cry on. But Sarah told me that she was meeting a woman for a third date and that she had to cut her fingernails. Now, I didn't know that typically on a third date, you play netball. I hope she scores. And lads, I'm sorry, but men are no good at netball. The last time I played netball with a man, he was running up and down the wings, he was fumbling around the D, and he couldn't even find the centre circle. And he did keep forgetting you can only score from 2 positions. But in men's netball, I think it's called basketball. Is it right that you can shoot from any position? Yeah, that's male privilege. But, speaking of sport, I said to someone recently, and I was kidding about this, that I took GCSE dressage, and they thought that was feasible. I mean, right, firstly, what is it with dressage? Why do we assume that horses can dance when we know they all have 2 left feet? That one takes a cycle, well done. But, after that, I was in John Lewis with my mother. Honestly, an alarming amount of my stories start that way. And she reminded me that my school did, of course, have a pony club. Right, so did anyone else go on a school trip to Horse of the Year show? No? Okay. Right. So, honestly, I have been looking for months for someone that went. Was it a school trip?
No, it was with my mum.
Oh, it's not the same. I was really looking for someone on a school trip,
There was a
but
bunch of us from school who went.
together. Yeah, so you were part of the cool crew too. Okay, yeah, great. But so so my mother reminded me that the school had a pony club, but it was a state school, so due to lack of funds, we had some ropey ponies. I don't want to body shame, but I'm fairly sure one of them was a confused cow. And I was assigned this petulant pensioner pony. His name was Barnaby, and his little quirk was that he would only turn left. Which is interesting, because in the home counties when you get older, you do tend to turn to the right. My main question, if this pony was that far hard to the left, why was it not called Trotsky? That's what that deserves. So on school sports day, you could either take part in like the normal running races, or you could choose to take part in the gymkhana. Now, if you don't know what a gymkhana is, I assume you currently rent. I obviously took part in the gymkhana because I'm heavily motivated by winning rosettes, but I'm not sure I was part of the cool crew at school, mainly because I use phrases like cool crew. Did anyone else at school think an 8th was a grade that you got at a piano exam? Just me. Genuinely, my school friend said that she was texting her dealer, and I thought, oh great, there's another 16-year-old who's buying antiques. I have wised up since then. I understand that weed is now sold in grams, and I think it's great that drug dealers are complying with the 2006 Weights and Measures Act. To be more cool at school, I did have to lie. I went in one Monday and I told them I'd taken drugs. The drug I chose to tell them I'd taken was ketamine, which I had learned about at Pony Club. They asked me how much I took, and I said, for some reason, a tablespoon. Which I've since learned is an ambitious amount for a beginner. It's probably too much for one of the ponies, and you don't measure powdered drugs using baking measuring spoons. But I thought to be cool last summer. I could expand my horizons. Do you want to hear about my brat summer? Right, so last summer I was hooking up with someone. It was from the end of July, all the way through to the beginning of August. It was very much like the US TikTok ban of brat summers. In that it didn't last very long, and the outcome was decided by one man. No, because he became my boyfriend, of course. No, he's great. He does shop in Lidl. Yeah. But he is 7 years younger than me and a comedian, so my mother is going to have a fit. Lidl. But I've realised in relationships I can sometimes behave like a bit of a princess. If you date men, that can be a bit of a problem because they think they can behave like a prince. But my boyfriend won't behave like a prince because his name is Andrew. I think for me, membership of the Women's Institute is only really a matter of time. But speaking of unpaid work for large groups of women, women's football. Do we have any fans in? Not one! Seriously, none? Okay, right, fine. Well, I'll take you through it. It's fine. But I do think that female footballers should be paid more. The thing is, I went to buy tickets last season. They put the bloody prices up. I'm all for closing a wage gap, but I don't see why you should have to pay for it. Honestly, I think getting more money in the clubs is really very simple. Getting a lot of women in one place at the weekend is easy. One word, brunch. And we know that some men can get very quickly upset by a woman going near a football. I mean, I thought the quickest way to upset a man is to tell him that you don't think Quentin Tarantino films are very good. But I saw a tweet. It said, don't like the Birds game because it's not athletic. It said, darts Darren 74. But, and usually at the women's games, the referee is always a woman, but the last match I went to, the referee was a man. Now, the stadium was packed. It was absolutely buzzing. They were playing Seven Nation Army. I was a bit merry from some sherry. So I came up with some chants for the referee.
You're only here to tick a box, do-da, do-da. Go make me a barbecue, go make me a barbecue.
And of course, the classic.
Shouldn't you be putting a shelf up?
Give it up one more time for Claire Cox! Change of plans. I completely forgot we have one more act because I've been on the drugs, tablespoon of ketamine, and are we ready to welcome one more act before the break? Please put your hands together for Daniël Trengove!
Hi everyone. Yeah, surprise. Give me a cheer if you took the bus here. Yeah, bus gang. Bus gang. I took the bus and the guy was playing music out loud on his phone. Don't you hate that? Eventually an old woman, she must have been like 85, she asked him to turn it off. And this guy basically starts verbally abusing her. And I don't want to call myself a hero. I don't want to say that what I did was heroic. But I did imagine standing up for that lady. My instincts kicked in. It happens like that. And I don't want to call myself a hero. But I did imagine that she was so grateful that she propositioned me for sex. And I don't want to call myself a hero. But I did imagine gracefully declining her offer. That's the kind of guy I am. Then I imagined that she insisted. Oh, she was twisting my arm. Oh, you know. But still I declined. I said, "Madam, please, there's no need, honestly. And it's not because age has made you any less desirable. Quite the opposite, actually. Look, if anything, I'm nervous that I'm not going to be sexually experienced enough to satisfy you. Anyway, in the end, I figured I better do what she wants. Because at the end of the day, she does live at home with me and my parents, so... Anyway, give me some applause if you think I would look good with dreadlocks. Yeah, really, thank you very much. I don't think I should get dreadlocks. I just don't want to appropriate the culture of other white people with dreadlocks. That's not, you know what I mean. Me and my girlfriend, we were at Liverpool Street Station, and she goes to the loo, and she comes back, and she tells me, I just met the cutest little girl in the toilets. And that upset me because I could never start a story like that. I could never, imagine if I walked up to someone and was like, hey dude, I just met the cutest little boy in the toilets. I think that, you know, frankly, as a man, and as someone who has a mustache, people make assumptions, and I don't feel safe talking to kids in public. I don't feel safe if there's a child in the men's room at the same time as me. I don't like having a child nearby when I'm touching my penis. That's the golden rule, okay? Well, the golden rule is to do unto others what you would have done unto you. But the penis rule, that's like one of my top 3 rules, honestly. And so I don't, you know, but that's my girlfriend's privilege. She gets to have that interaction, and it's innocent, and she can tell people about it. That's her. I think male privilege is feeling safe when you walk home from the tube station at night. Female privilege is feeling safe talking to an unaccompanied little girl in the public toilets. But I've been getting paranoid about it because I've been watching clips from this show, To Catch a Predator. Have you seen that? What an amazing, if you've never seen it. It's a documentary series where this guy baits pedophiles online, and he meets up with them and then catches them and exposes them on camera. And I recommended that to my dad. The show, obviously. Recommended the show to my dad. And what I didn't realize was at first he thought I was talking about a nature documentary with like wild predators. Like lions and alligators and shit like that. So he goes, oh wow, that sounds interesting. So do they just catch the predators or do they kill them too? I was like, Jesus, Dad, no, they just catch them. And he goes, oh wow, good, no, that's good, that's better. I'm sure in a lot of places there aren't that many left, sadly. And then he goes, so how does he catch the predators? I go, well, he pretends to be an underage boy. And my dad's like, what? Does that work? Yeah, that's what they prefer, I don't know. I prefer my dad's version of the show. I think that would be a way better show. If they had like a lion from the Serengeti, who goes all the way to Denver, Colorado, because he thinks he's meeting up with a 13-year-old. And the lion gets to the house, and the camera crew jump out, and the lion's like, oh, I wasn't going to do anything, I swear. You know what must be really tough? Is your first rodeo. You ever think about that? How difficult that must be? You know what must be really tough? Is if you were born yesterday. People just walk all over you. Okay, I'll leave you with a family update. My sister is recently single. Yeah, she's pretty cut up about it. Men can be really horrible. I don't respect the way that her boyfriend ended the relationship. They were on holiday together in Spain, and he died in a wakeboarding accident. What a douchebag. And he did, no consideration for how that must make her feel. And I think the worst part about it is that she... I think she's attracted to guys who are unavailable like that. This guy, he had a 30-mile-an-hour head-on collision with a pontoon. And still my sister was like, oh, but I can fix him. I just want to say before I go, me and my friend Gabriel, if you enjoy our acts, we are running a show on the 25th of February called Miami Comedy London. Check us out on Instagram. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
Daniël Trengove! Okay, now we are gonna have a 10-minute break. Get a drink, go piss. Whatever you need to do, 10 minutes. Give it up for all the MCs on the first section!
I'm gonna give it back to our esteemed MC, host, badass, bisexual apparently, Shalaka Kurup.
Hello, are we back? Give me a cheer if we're back! Cool. Give me a cheer if you had a good first section. Give me a cheer if you had a good break. Okay, we're gonna do some cheering. Give me a cheer if you got a drink. Give me a cheer if you had a piss. Give me a cheer if someone has a bag of coke to share later on. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. Police, ¿dónde está policía? No, I'm kidding. How's everyone doing? You guys good? Yeah, you guys are good? On the count of 3, I want everyone to say what their jobs are. 1, 2, 3. I'm better than all of you. I am a doctor, so. Thank you. Wow, thank you 2 people who gave a shit. That was such a sarcastic. You come here in your fucking fuck off skateboarder hoodie. What decade of midlife crisis are you in, my brother? Sorry, what's your name? Jules. George. Sorry, no hablas inglés. George. Is Espanol? Hablas español? Yeah, I don't speak Spanish. I'm triggered. Are you from Spain? Sorry? You grew up in Spain? I'm triggered by anyone from Spain. I'm triggered because Spain is where I found out that my boyfriend is tons more attractive than I am. Like tons more. And how I found this out was I was at the Spanish wedding and all these Spanish people didn't know our names, so they had little nicknames for all the people who weren't Spanish. And my boyfriend's nickname was Escalador Guapo, which means handsome climber because he's handsome and he loves rock climbing because he's white. And my nickname was Las Gafas, which means glasses. So, fuck you and your country, no I'm kidding. I am a doctor. Do we have any doctors in? Fucking wastrels in the audience. No, I'm not like a useful kind of doctor. I have a PhD. Thank you. One person cared. I have a PhD in trains. Literally trains, like National Rail, TfL, Thomas the Tank Engine, like trains. Yeah, I have a PhD in trains. Yeah, which is what I call getting railed every Friday, am I right? No, I do actually have a PhD in trains. People are always like, what does that mean? What that means is when someone's like, is there a doctor on this train? I'm like, no, but there is a doctor of the train, thank you. No, what that actually means is I can't spit or swallow, I choo-choo. So, a little blowjob joke for you guys. How are you guys doing in private school? We haven't spoken yet. What is your name? Charlotte. What do you do for a living, Charlotte?
I'm an actor as well.
You're an actress. Does anyone have a job in this room that is not fintech? Oh, do you have a job? Looking at you, I wasn't sure. What? This sweatpants massive over here. What job do you do?
I work at Free. I sell phones.
You sell phones?
Yeah.
Oh my god, do you have a good deal? What type of phones do you sell? First hand, second hand, third hand?
I work in Free.
Oh, Three Mobile!
Exactly.
I'm with Three. The connection is shit, man.
I know.
Give me a cheer if you're with Three Mobile. Sorry? The shittest.
Yeah, I was Three for 10 years.
I've got you.
Tell me my story, brother. You were with Three for 10 years. Let's hear it.
Hear me out. And I went EE 3 months months ago. Hey, the best decision.
Give it up for Kevin Bacon in the room, everyone. What's your name?
My name?
Yes, what's your name? You have a lot of opinions. I want to know more about you, brother.
I have opinions about like mobile networks.
And do you get laid ever? Or? Sorry, what's your name? Let's be friends. Oh, he's turning around. What's your name?
I was looking for my wife, but yeah, my name's Andrew.
Your name's what?
Andrew.
Andrew. And why are you here, Andrew? Are you part of Weeball?
Daniël was one of my best mates for 10 years. So that's
Wow. Darnell, what's your excuse? So do you guys know each other from America?
No, we met here in London.
In London. And Andrew, where are you from?
Australia.
Australia. Diggity dongo. I don't know anything about Australia.
That was terrible.
Trip on the Barbie. I don't know why it sounds like that.
Stop.
Where in Australia are you from?
Townsville.
Sorry?
Townsville.
Okay, that's a place apparently. That's like Townsville. That's like just two names of places put together.
It's a city that could have been a ville and they just merged them together.
Oh, fascinating. And what part of Clapham do you live in right now?
I've never lived on the south side.
You've never lived on the south side. Where do you live in North London?
Yeah, West Hampstead, baby.
West Hampstead. Holy shit! What do you do for a living?
You don't want to know.
This guy's sex trafficking, isn't he? This guy is fully. How old are the girls? No, I'm kidding. So are you single?
No, my wife is here.
Your wife is here. Where's your wife?
Stand up, buddy.
Stand up, buddy. Wow, chivalry isn't dead. Which one's your wife?
The curly haired one.
The curly hair? Oh my god, you're really lovely. It's nice to know that even beautiful women lower their standards that much. That's amazing. Wife, what's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia, and are you Australian as well?
No.
Where are you from?
California.
California! 90210. I'm dropping all the reference I know. How long have you been here, Sophia?
7 years.
7 years. Wow. Do you enjoy it?
Mostly.
Mostly? What's the thing you hate the most about the UK?
I hate it, man.
I'm licensed to do a lot of things, but doing a divorce right now, I cannot. Sophia, what's your favorite thing about this lovely gentleman in the front row?
Don't put me on the spot.
Sophia, blink twice if you need help. You guys ready for some comedy? Cool. We're gonna have something interesting. Are we ready for some sketch comedy? These are three lovely ladies. They're called Dick Jokes. Are we ready for Dick Jokes? Cool. 7 out of 10 clap. Bring that up to a 9. Please put your hands together for Dick Jokes.
Right, now the traitors format has been stolen. Right, ladies, now the traitors format's been stolen by ITV. The Commission needs a new show. What have we got?
Depression. Depression is really high at the moment in the UK, so a new TV show format that the BBC needs is Dancing with Depression. Yeah.
No, too sad.
The dancing is good though. People clap for dancing. Why else do people clap? Why does anyone clap for anything? We could do the history of applause with rising stars in the UK.
With this, yes.
Yeah?
What else?
Master Perv.
Perv master.
Goggle Cox.
Yes, Strictly Come Bullying.
Donning the Donald.
This morning.
Dick and Dom in the White House.
That morning.
Oh, that morning. Yes. Philip Schofield.
No. Okay, fine. Dancing with Depression doesn't sound too bad, but we've got to have something that the execs like.
Who are the execs?
think...
What do men like? Tits!
And making podcasts.
Making podcasts, yeah.
So dancing.
Oh my god! Okay. What about naked dancing with depression? Because you've got the boobs. You've got the boobs, and you've got the dancing, so you've got the why now, and then you've also got, Strictly meets depression meets tits.
We can't have naked people on TV. This is your prime time.
Oh god.
How would we get this on before the watershed?
So, right, cut down on budget. You've got the signage from Strictly. And instead of it being graphic images, you've got the numbers.
Yes.
You've got the numbers, so you've got a 3, which can also be tits.
You've got an 8, which is also, a bendy penis.
And you've got a 10, well, that's just a 10. That's just the best score you can get.
Easy, 1. Skinny penis with balls.
And how on earth are we going to get women on board with this?
Oh!
0, because it's a
funny.
hole. Yes. Boom.
And who's going to host this? Or Joe Wicks?
Joe Dicks!
Claudia Winkleman.
Oh, Bruce Forsyth.
He's dead.
Bruce Forsyth.
Yeah.
For God's sake, how are we going to cast this?
Oh, a field?
I don't know what the farming community's got to do with this. I mean, maybe we could have like an open casting somewhere trendy, like East London.
Hoxton! Portage!
Hackney Dicks! Anywhere in East London where they host sex parties,
Is this the best idea we've got?
Yes.
Well, I mean, people do like sex.
Yes, people do like sex.
They do.
And they love sex. Oh, and tits, yes.
And people do like depression.
Yes. There's a need for it, I suppose. No, there's not.
Well, this is the best we've got.
Yes. I have no other ideas.
Okay, fine. Well, I'll take it to the commission now, but I will need a fleshed out deck by Monday.
A fleshed out deck?
We can do that.
Give me a cheer if you're drinking wine. Woo! You're drinking wine. What's that, a rosé?
Yes.
Oh my God, no self-respect. Is anyone drinking so you like rosé?
Not this colour, but yeah.
Not this color. I think that's really interesting because my only political opinion is I think white wine is for sluts. Do we have any sluts in the house? Yeah, white wine's for sluts, but red wine is for whores. Right? Because who drinks white wine? Like the woman who wants to fuck her son's college roommate, red wine is made for home wrecking. No, red wine is Marilyn Monroe wearing that dress going happy birthday to JFK. You know who drinks white wine? Stacy's mom. What's going on? You know who drinks red wine? Jolene. She begged you. Cool. Before this gets more out of hand, is everyone ready for our next act? I can't hear you. Is everyone ready for our next act? It's fantastic. Please put your hands together for Ily Hamdia.
Thank you guys very much. Shout out Wee Ball. Hooper's still back there. You guys good? There we go. I need to figure out what kind of basketball audience this is. So give me a shout if Michael Jordan is the best basketball player of all time. You're all wrong. Give us a cheer if LeBron James is the best basketball player of all time. Thank you. It's LeBron. I'll explain why. Longevity. Last year, LeBron James averaged something like 26 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds. In 2008, he averaged about 28 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, which means since 2008, he has been playing at the highest level of basketball. And that is since Daniël got voted off Big Brother. So, it's a long time. It is a long time ago. And he missed it. He didn't even hear what I said, thank God. So, guys, I'm Moroccan. Give us a cheer if you've been to Morocco before. Some survivors are in, congratulations. I feel like Morocco can really catch you off guard if you don't know what to expect. Like, I had a friend recently tell me that she was booking Marrakesh because she fancied a beach holiday. And I had to explain to her that Marrakesh doesn't have a beach. It's just blokes in markets. Like, she's not going to the seaside, she's going to see Saeed. Will be a bit of a shock, expecting seawater and you get assaulted, you know. It can even be a shock for me as a Moroccan. Like last time I was there, I was walking down the street and a guy selling perfume popped out and was like, my friend, my friend. And I was like, no thanks mate, I'm alright. And he goes, brother, no problem. And then got me anyway. And like I was wearing Aventus by Creed, I'm now wearing Harassment by Ahmed. Some of you might notice I'm currently in the process of growing out my beard. This is year 26. The fact that I'm Arab makes this so much worse. It's like, how am I an Arab man that can't grow a beard? That's like a Kenyan failing a couch to 5K. And I think I'm stuck with the baby face. I get called cute a lot, which isn't ideal. I was genuinely once told, you're too cute to be straight. And that was by my dad. So, you know, it is hard for me to identify as a gay Muslim, because I'm not gay. A lot of people think I'm gay, and like, I get why, like, I'm smiley, you know. I'm well kept, I'm on Grindr. It was hard for my parents raising me Muslim, because, you know, kids have so many questions, especially about religion, and as a parent, you're not always going to have the answer off the top of your head. So like sometimes we'd go to McDonald's, and I'd be like, Mum, didn't you say last time we couldn't have McDonald's because the meat isn't halal? And she'd say, oh, when you're really desperate, Allah makes everything halal. Which isn't what the Quran says. I remember I introduced her to my girlfriend who isn't Muslim, and of course she was like, you can't be in a relationship with someone that's not Muslim, it's not halal. And I was like, but Mum, when you're really desperate, Allah makes everything halal. Even white women. As I've grown up, I realised a lot of my parents' rules were less about religion and more about how much money it would cost them. But they always made it sound religious. Like, we never celebrated Christmas, and every year my dad would say, Muslims do not celebrate or worship Jesus. And then he found out Easter eggs were £1. And he was like, hallelujah! So Dad, I thought you said Muslims didn't believe Jesus rose from the dead. And he goes, he can rise as long as the prices don't. My dad's an aggressively Moroccan man. Like, if he walked in there now, you just know, like, bold spot, accent, camel. This is true. He was a taxi driver for 20 years before he passed his driving test. He loves to show off about his kids to his customers, but he always exaggerates what me and my siblings do to make it sound like more impressive. So to him, teaching assistant is headmaster, you know, studies English is author, does comedy is disappointment. My mum is also Moroccan, very devout Muslim, but she told us recently that she also believes in star signs. Pick a lane, you know. You can't believe in both Allah and the moon, you know. Like, I've never walked into the mosque and heard the imam say, the devil will enslave your mind because he is a Capricorn. Also annoying, because growing up, my mum wouldn't let me do things because of Islam, and it turns out I could have done whatever as long as Mercury was in retrograde. A lot of my mates growing up weren't Muslim. I was friends with a lot of what you call kind of like geezer type blokes, and believe it or not, they were always the most respectful of my religious beliefs. Partly because they're stupid, One of my mates thought Mecca was a transformer. They're always really nice, like the way they'd invite me down the pub, they'd be like, "Ily mate, we're going down to watch the footy. Just checking, I know you don't eat it, but can Muslims watch West Ham?" So big news for me, last year I got engaged in the summer. So I had to learn all about engagement rings. I remember the jeweller took me through the 4 C's with diamonds, which is cut, colour, clarity and carat. Unfortunately, the 5th C was that I couldn't afford it. My fiancée is Brazilian, and last year we did a little cultural exchange, so she came with me to Morocco, I went with her to Brazil. She got to try couscous for the first time. I got robbed. One thing I did learn is that Brazilians are known for stealing shoes, so she loves coming with me to the mosque. Some of you lost because you've never been to a mosque, and that's alright. I can see it on your faces. Don't know why people are laughing. I'm trying to learn a bit of Portuguese so I can chat to her family a bit more. I started using Duolingo, but then I realised I just signed up to be harassed by an owl every single day. Which isn't how you learn a language, it's how you get invited to Hogwarts. So I'm trying to learn. I haven't quite got the sentence structure down yet in Portuguese. Like I was when we were in Brazil, like one of those keychains cost £6. And what I wanted to say was £6? My arse. But what I said is, my arse costs £6. What made it worse is a very camp bloke walked past and went, "That's a bargain." The one I always get wrong is how to say "have a great day," which is "Tenha ótimo dia," but I sometimes say "Tenha último dia," which is a small difference, but that means "have your last day." It's a lot more sinister than I want it to sound. Also, not a line you want to hear from a Muslim. I also speak a bit of Arabic, and Arabic has the best swear words, but they don't translate very well back into English because they sound like way too extreme. Like one of the most common swear words you'll hear in Morocco is Allah yahrak jid bebek, and that translates to "May God burn your dad's granddad." And somehow that's the entry level. Like here, that's deeply offensive, and in Morocco, it's what you say when you stub your toe. My favourite is Allah ya'adam tabbun yammek, which translates to "May God curse the religion of your mother's pussy." And there's a lot to unpack there. With that, I like the idea that your mum and her vagina can have different religions. Like, my mum is Muslim, but her muff is Mormon. I was talking about my fiancé. So we met, me and my fiancé, at university. We went to uni in a very remote town. Like, our town had one nightclub, and it was ranked 4th worst in the UK. And it was mainly the DJ's fault. Like, I say DJ, I think he was just the only bloke in the town with Spotify Premium. And he just had this ability to find the 2 most incompatible songs and create the worst mix you've ever heard. Every night was just like, his palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on his sweater already. Mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti, mom spaghetti, mom's, Stacy's mom has got... What? And all my mates would be like, "That was sick." I'm like, "That was sickening. Can we get him off the text, please?" Cheers, guys. It's been me. Thanks.
Okay, I've got some bad news. It's time for our last act. But I've got some good news. They're fantastic. Is everyone ready for our last act? Stop clapping, stop cheering. Please put your hands together for Gabriel Madden.
Hi everyone, how are we doing? We good? Cool, my name is Gabriel, I'm a Jew. Thank you, it's one of the worst ones right now. Appreciate that. There's a conspiracy theory that claims that Jews are secretly shape-shifting lizards that run the world. That's absolute nonsense, okay? If we could shape-shift, we wouldn't choose to look Jewish. And if I was a lizard, my foreskin would have grown back. I double checked this morning. There's nothing there. Yeah, you know they say a circumcision makes you less sensitive. You heard that? Makes you less sensitive. It's true. I didn't even cry when my grandma died. She was a good. She survived the Holocaust. Good woman. Anyway, that's me in a nutshell. I'm a man with no nutshell. We got any of my Snip brothers in the basketball club? My man. Oh, loads of you. Love it, man. You guys with your foreskins, gross. What's under there? What's under there? It's like lifting up a sofa. Full of coins and spiders. I don't like it one bit. I don't like that at all. I'm from London. You get me, big man ting? Growing up here, man, it was rough for me, you know. I used to get bullied pretty badly at my school. I remember on this one occasion, good? Feeling good? Yeah? It's okay. Yeah, nice and clean, good drawing. Yeah, so I used to get bullied like terribly at my school. I remember this one occasion, I was like halfway through the door into class and this guy was immediately like, "Hey yo, look at this pussy you're walking in right now. That's the biggest pussy I've ever seen in my life, bro. Sit down before I mash you up, dickhead, yeah?" He wasn't my favourite English teacher. He made some good points. He made some good points. He was like, "Don't trust the pigs, bro. Never trust the pigs, you get me, yeah?" That was his summary of the book Animal Farm. Appreciate that. Yeah. Basketball guys, do you guys know who Amare Stoudemire is? No? Stoudemire. You guys know who Amare Stoudemire is?
He's old.
He's old, yeah. If you know who he is, doesn't mean he doesn't exist. He's old. He's still a valid person. We'd still fuck him, you know what I mean? So basically, Amare Stoudemire, he converted to Judaism in 2011. Did you know that?
Yeah, he's a rabbi.
So yeah. So this is him here. And this is like what a regular Jewish guy looks like. Can you pass that down, please? Can I have that one, actually? Yeah. So the second that this guy converted to Judaism, he was the best one. He was the best one of us. So he converted in New York when he was playing for the Knicks. That's how you know those bagels are good. And I like to think that I've never heard him speak, but I like to think that he's like a regular neurotic New York Jew. Like he's at the synagogue complaining about stuff to the rabbi and it's like so unrelatable. He's like, don't you hate it when your penis doesn't fit in the woman's vagina? The doors are too low in here, I'm gonna get a concussion. Schmutzum. That's what I like to imagine Amare Stoudemire is like. You guys can keep that picture, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm unemployed at the moment. That's how I have time to go. I printed that at the library today. And I didn't know how to use the printer. I had to like explain it and email it to them. I was like, it's for my synagogue. It's yeah. So I'm unemployed. I quit my job. I was working in an office for 3 years doing horrible stuff like you guys, whatever you guys were talking about. My manager, he was a real strange guy. His name was Gary, a beautiful name. And he was a middle-aged mixed-race man with a bald head and this big defined jawline. He looked like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in the face. But his body, it was frail and withered, as if The Rock had succumbed to coastal erosion. So we used to call him the Sand. And much like Sand, he was irritating, he was abrasive, and at times he was in my ass. A terrible employer. My favorite job I ever had, I used to be a drug dealer. Can you? I did, like, yeah, thank you, drug dealer fans in the building. No, it's not bullshit, motherfucker. I'll shoot you. Yeah. No, but it was at my university in Cornwall, so it wasn't like Top Boy out there, you know, boss man, 2 pasties, yeah? So, I was on the southwest coast. I wasn't walking down, you know, the beach in St. Ives getting G-checked by the local Cornish man. Right there, mate. We ain't seen you round here before, so get going, you pussy clart. You know, that never happened. I was just selling pills to uni students. You know, I was making loads of money. I was killing it. I was buying extra virgin olive oil. Full price, no club card discount, yeah, big man thing. It was amazing. My salads, unbelievable. But one day it all came crashing down. I sold 2 pills to this guy called Josh, and he's what we call in the streets a pussy-o. And I was so stressed out. I was like, oh my God, Josh is going to take the pills. He's going to overdose. He's going to die. I'm never going to meet Jake Paul. I'm going to, you know, all the things that you worry about. Like, genuinely, one of the worst traits you can have in the drug game is crippling anxiety. You know, I'm an anxious guy. I get anxious when the postman asks to take a picture of the box. I'm like, am I holding this right? Do you hate me? Don't get my feet in this. Okay. You're a freak. So I had to stop doing that. Guys, let's be, you know, we're men. Let's be open with each other. I'm not a very sexually liberated guy. You know, I've never sent a nude in my life. No one asked, but like, I wouldn't send one. I feel like if you want to see my penis, you got to see it live, like theatre or jazz. You know? And much like jazz, people pretend they like it, but no one really does. Apart from my dad's mates. They love jazz. I mean, Paul's a real jazz freak. I don't know. It's the notes he doesn't play. I don't know what that means. Last thing. Did I mention I was Jewish? Did I mention that? Yeah. So this is serious. Like in recent times, I'm an anti-Zionist. So I've been trying to really like perpetuate that message of anti-Zionism. And it's okay. I mean that. I actually mean that. But it's gotten to the point that I'm overcompensating. You know. For example, I gave up all my fridge space to my housemates. I was like, guys, you were here first. That's your fridge. Keep the olives, you know, take it. I was in therapy. My therapist, she asked me if there was anything I'd like to share. I said, yeah, Jerusalem. Powerful stuff. I'm not doing Coca-Cola, Starbucks, or McDonald's. You know, you won't catch me supporting those businesses. You know what I mean? It's not political. I just care about myself. I tell you what, I've seen a few people waddling around London who look like they could do with boycotting Israel. But put those Big Macs down, get those placards up. Let's get you marching. Come on. I'm like, hey, free Palestine and free up some space on the tube. Hey, guys. Give a big shout out to Daniël. Thanks for putting us on. Yeah, all the great acts. And yeah, come talk to me and Daniël at the end. We're doing another show soon, so come talk to us. Thank you a lot.
That was sick as fuck. That was so cool. Okay, no one cares. Okay, that's the end of our comedy night. Just a couple of things before we go. If you have bought a ticket, thank you very much. If you haven't bought a ticket, all of the money that you donate to Daniël tonight will go to the comedians, I think, I hope, inshallah. So if you can donate to us, we don't make very much money doing this. We've just come out because this seemed like a good night. If you can donate, that would be amazing. You can find Darnell with a card reader. And speaking of Darnell, is anyone ready? Sorry, is everyone ready to hear from the man of the hour? Please give it up for Darnell!
Yo. So, yes, as I said earlier, I met these lovely people at the Bill Murray Angel Comedy Club Writing Workshop, which is every Sunday at 1 p.m. So if anyone's interested in writing or writing comedy, come on down. And yeah, if you want to leave, see, here's the thing. I understand this now. It's very strategic why they ask what you guys do for a living, because now I know who the fuck ain't got no goddamn money to leave a tip. I know fintech guy, I'm coming to you with the card reader. Investment banker, I'm coming to you with the card reader. So yeah, but seriously, thank you guys so much for coming and supporting your friends. Meg's friends. And I just want to say, Alex Castillo, whose birthday it is back there, you are absolutely my best friend in London, and I love you, bro. And I hope you had a really nice birthday. And thank y'all for coming out. God bless. Good night. DJ, turn up the music.